Okay, YouTube, I'm back with the short bed. I know it's been a little minute since I made a video. Last video I left off, I showed you guys I got the sound deadener in there. I have been working. I just ain't had time to make videos. So I'll show you guys what I got going on. The carpet came in. I told you guys I ordered the carpet from LMC Truck. It's dirty. I've been messing around with this dashboard again. Ordered this carpet from LMC Truck thinking that, you know, LMC Truck is a reputable distributor. I thought that, you know, by me ordering the carpet through them instead of just some place off Amazon or eBay, I figured, oh, well, it'll be a good quality carpet. It's carpet. That's all I can really say. In their description of the carpet, it says that all of their carpets that they sell have been molded to a factory truck floor pan. So by this being a two-door, I was under the assumption, okay, they made this carpet, they molded it to a factory two-door floor pan, whatever. You know, it's going to be a nice molded carpet with the underlayment glued to it, just like the factory. I get this carpet, literally came in a little bitty box, like, I mean, I can't even describe. It's probably like 2 foot by 12 inches, 2 foot high, 12 inches, you know, box. And this carpet was just folded up, stuffed in there. So, you know, everybody says you're supposed to pull the carpet out, let it sit in the sunlight. So on the day that I got it, it was last week sometime. I'm in Ohio, so it's been raining for days and days. But it was last week sometime I got it. It was actually a nice sunny day. I put it outside, stretched it all out, let it sit in the sun and warm itself up. And when I tell you guys that I'm very disappointed, that's an understatement. This carpet was literally one gigantic square. There's no molding to it at all. It doesn't even look like it has ever been molded, or, you know, maybe thinking that since they scrunched it all up and put it in that box that it kind of lost some of its shape. But after setting it out in the sun and letting it, you know, warm up and kind of, you know, lay out, it's literally just one big gigantic square with, you know, this is molded on there. The little fake, foot molding or whatever they call it. You know, this is like glued or sewed into the carpet. But literally, it's one gigantic square, and this is the only place that lets you know that this goes on the driver's side. You know, they gave me it's a big square. It probably could have fit a extended cab truck, honestly, because I cut a lot of it off. I mean, you know, I had the same problem. I actually ordered some carpet for my 83 Regal, black, just like this. It came the same way. I had to glue it down. I didn't glue this one down yet. I got it in here. You can see I got it kind of trimmed up. You can just see how loose it is. I mean, there's no really form to it at all. And I've had it in here. You know, you can see bumps. Sorry, the light isn't very good, but you can see, you know, it's humped up in places and stuff. Luckily, it's black. You really can't see it that well. But, you know, I think it was $212 for this carpet. So, you know, I was hoping that it would have been a little better product. But, oh, well, I got it. It's in here. You know, eventually I might go back and take some spray adhesive and, you know, try to, like, glue it all down. I just didn't do it yet because I still got a few wires I need to run under the carpet to get my seats all wired in. But I've been working. I got the console in, as you guys can see. Got the console in. I had to cut. Previous videos, I told you guys I had to cut the console down, get it to sit right, match up with the dash, and, you know, even it out and everything. So it has all of these. These are factory. This is factory. It's plastic under here. It's just covered in carpet. These side pieces, this side piece is actually connected to the carpet. It comes back and it separates here, and this is a back side piece. So I literally had to cut all 3 of these pieces, well, 2 of them, except for this one. This one just clips on. But these 2 pieces here, I had to trim them and make them fit the floor line. just like I did with the console. So that took me a little while. I used a cardboard template and you know, cut a little bit at a time to get it. And I got it pretty good. I mean, you see this can get pushed back in there a little bit, maybe trim a little more off of this back corner and get it to tuck in there a little better. But for the most part, I'm happy with the way the console turned out. I got all of the lights working in the console. If you guys see, I got my radio in. Remember, I made the ABS. This is ABS plastic. I molded it and bent it, heated it up, got it to fit in there with the bolts or the screws, factory screws behind this bezel. Got my double dent in there. My double dent is sitting up right now, so I need to actually pull this back out, adjust the screws to bring it more, you know, flat facing. This is cut out, rough cut out for my heater controls. I'm gonna mount the heater control in here, and I think that I'm gonna just have my next door neighbor just wrap this with maybe like somebody told me to go wood grain, but I'm thinking that'd be a little too much because it's wood grain down here. They were saying go ahead and try to find a wood grain for this, but probably never match this, so I might just go with like a black wrap just to cover up all of the little imperfections of the edges and stuff. Let me show you guys. Oh, also, finally, weeks and weeks later, the speedometer overlay I was telling you guys about, it's dirty. It's got fingerprints on it and stuff. Came in from US Speedo. You see it comes with these nice, it just overlays your factory speedometer. Then it comes with these new needles and everything. They give you some white gloves. I didn't know. I was so excited to put it on. Like I said, I ordered this thing like a month ago. And I kept calling, and finally I got a hold to the people, and they said due to this coronavirus, they hadn't even been in the warehouse, the shop or whatever for 2 months. So, you know, they had like 300 orders or whatever to ship out. It was on back order. So I got it. I opened it up. I was excited. Just got to put it all together and didn't even realize I seen the white gloves, but didn't think nothing about it. But whatever material this is, I'm assuming it's like some kind of a brushed aluminum or something. It's real thin. But it tells you not to touch it with your fingers. So you can see like the little fingerprints right there. If my phone to focus. Yeah, there you go. You can see the little like fingerprints or whatever. So I can wipe it off there, I guess, but I still got to put my front glass piece on there, plastic. But it looks real nice. I just ordered, kind of lights up blue. You can't really tell. I just ordered new LED lights to go back behind there. All of the light bulbs in the cluster, I ordered LEDs for it and everything. Also, I got it to work with if I remember, I told you guys, you see, pull the lever, won't come out of park. Now, if I press the brake pedal, pull the lever, comes out of park. I know that it's not supposed to do that without the ignition on. I actually tied into the wrong wire. So, I think I'll go back later on sometime and hook this wire that's for the brake to only work when the key is on, like it should be from, you know, from the factory or whatever in the Cadillac. But I'm happy with it. You know, it seems kind of small to some people. Like a lot of my buddies was like, man, that's stupid. You could have just broke the little lever and then you could put it in park, reverse drive, whatever, anytime you wanted. But I'm like, you know, I went through all of this trouble. Just little things like that. Okay, so I showed you guys I got the carpet in. I got the console working. I got the speedometer overlay. Now what I've been working on is filling in my gaps on the end of the dash. You know, I had to stretch this dash or whatever. So the Cadillac A-pillars would not work. So I had to fill in this gap. I filled in this side over here. You can see this is the factory truck A-pillar. Once it's clipped on there, it sits in there just like that. And I had there's a big gap here where this wood is. So, you know, I sat that on there, got that big gap still. I filled it in with wood, and I started making plates to build it up. I got it right here. I've been making a mess. I went to Menards and got this MDF. It's called MDF board. It's what guys use to make speaker boxes and all of that stuff. So, you know, I've been cutting these little templates out. Give me 1 second. So this is what I got. You can see they're not glued together or nailed together or whatever, but you see the very first one on the bottom. Then I made 2 to go over the top, and I'm gonna glue them and nail them together. And then I got that little gap there still I'm trying to figure out, but I'm gonna take my sander and smooth this over and round it all up into the factory Chevy truck A-pillar. And you know, right here on the side, all of that stuff will be rounded over as well in there. And then it'll get wrapped when the dashboard and everything gets wrapped. I'll wrap that in black vinyl as well. Hopefully it'll look pretty good, but I got that side started. I actually made my first piece to fill in the gap and everything. Trying to get the A-pillars in. I ordered my Starlight kit for the headliner. I actually ordered one that has 800. It's an 800 kit. I think that'll look really good. I got the RGB one. So, you know, it changes the different colors. It does the music, everything. What else? Oh, okay. I ordered this off of, Amazon and eBay have both. This Corona has got things messed up. I ordered this kit. It was a fairly cheap kit. I think it was $60 for LED. Came with LED headlights, brights, and I think that's the fog light, yeah. So it came with the brights, the regular headlight, and the fog light. All LED. You see they have a little fan on the back of them. You know, they're really bright though. One of my buddies ordered this same kit, and he's running them in a Tahoe, and they're actually very, very bright lights. So I got to get all of that together, but I want to show you guys one other thing. I never knew about it. A friend of mine works at a custom shop, big name custom shop here in Ohio, and he showed me this right here. So this is made by Fleece. It's called All Lights On, Fleece Performance Engineering. That's the part number, FPEGMALO-37. It's just this little chip. Now, what this does is it goes underneath your hood, and this works on Chevy trucks, Tahoes. I think they actually have them for every year. My truck is a 99. He has a 07 Tahoe and a 2004 Chevy truck. He has the same thing on both of them. So what it does is, under the hood, pop your fuse cover off. You have your solenoids. So you pull your solenoids up, and this sits underneath of them. So you set this back down in there. You plug your solenoids back down. I think they're called solenoids. I might be saying it wrong, YouTube. I'm not real. Let me pop my daggone hood so I can show you guys a little better. I'm not really, the electronics thing is not my forte. I just kind of learn as I go. Watch YouTube videos, and, you know, got buddies and stuff who mess with that stuff, electronics all the time. But let me show you guys. So if I'm saying it wrong, you still get the idea. So boom, pop the cover off, and you got these. I think these are called solenoids. I'm almost positive. But anyway, so you got your little chip there. Now let's look. Right here on mine, I got my headlamp here, which would be this big one here. Sorry, headlamp there. And then you come over here, it says DRL, daytime running lights. So this chip, let's see how it goes. I'm thinking that, let me look on the instructions, man. That's why they give you the daggone instructions. Matter of fact, they didn't give me instructions. They gave me a card. Thank you for your business. Fleece Performance. They didn't give me no daggone instructions. I might have to call my buddy and see. So let's pull this up and see here. I know this has 4 plugs on it. So 4 plugs could go there. Okay. So if I put it there, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll make another video. I'm not going to take all your guys' time up. But anyway, so let me explain this. All lights on. The little chip, it goes under there somehow underneath these daggone things. You put the chip under there, and what it does is you got your headlight, your bright, your daytime running light, turn signal, then you got your fog lights. Now, usually when you turn your brights on, your headlight will go off. So you're just running your brights. Your daytime running lights go off when your headlights come on. You have a switch to turn your fog lights on and off. Okay, you put that little chip in there, all lights on. When you click your high beams, now every single light on the front of this truck is gonna come on. Your high beams, your low beam, your high beams, your low beams, your daytime running light, and your fog light. So this baby's gonna be lit up like Christmas. So that's what the all lights on chip is. And it's fairly inexpensive. I think it was 16 bucks on Amazon Prime, made by Fleece Performance Engineering. I think it was cool. My buddy has a lifted Chevy truck, that the one I seen. He has the Tahoe too, but I seen the Chevy truck. It's lifted up. He has the rock lights under the wheel wells and stuff. But man, when he hit them brights, and that baby was lit up, man, it looked like a freaking train or something crazy. But yeah, YouTube, I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. I just want to show you the progress. I was supposed to get my windows tinted. Like I said, it's been raining for like 4 days straight here in Ohio. Stuff is flooded. They're shutting businesses down. It's terrible. So I wasn't able to get to the tint shop. It's Memorial Day weekend is coming up. So, I'm trying to get things accomplished. I want to show you guys this. I haven't showed you guys. You guys seen my Malibu that I'm building. My 80 Malibu I did the wheel tubs on and everything. I haven't made a video, but I have an 83 Regal. And I got big rims on it. Got some work done to it. I got 2008 Ford Fusion interior, front seat and back seat with the console. I made the floor shifter work. It's in storage. It sits in storage for the most time. I blew the motor up on it. Just had a 355 flat top motor. Ran real good, 350 turbo tranny. Got a big gear in the rear end. Auburn, I think it's an Auburn posi unit and all of that stuff. It was a fun car. I built it a long time ago, probably 5 years ago, real quick. I just wanted something to ride for the summer. I put it together real quick. And so fast forward to now, the motor is blown. I got an LQ4 6.0 LS motor out of a Escalade. I did some trading with the buddy who I have his donk outside, and I got to weld his frame up, notch his frame, and weld some rust repair. He had a 6.0 LQ4. He was going to run this LSX R 102 millimeter intake by Fast on his 6.0 motor. He ended up going with the big block. He already had it in the motor shop getting built. He's going to go ahead and put the big block in there. So I got the LSXR 102 millimeter intake and throttle body. I got the LS3 fuel rail with the injectors. Here's the big old throttle body. That's the 102 millimeter. I got all of that in on trade for some work that I got to do, some welding work, rust repair on my buddy's donk. Like I said, it's outside. I'll make a video of that as well. So I'm in the process, YouTube. I'm gonna make some videos. I've never did an LS swap before. I have an LS right here. This is a new model. This came out of a 2010 Tahoe. This is actually a 5.3, but it has the good 799 heads. Supposedly these are one of the sought after heads, factory heads that come on these motors. So I happen to have a set that came on this 2010, this 5.3 out of 2010 Tahoe. This motor is actually a DOD motor. It runs, but it has a crazy lifter tick because the lifter's collapsed. So I pulled it out of the Tahoe. I was gonna rebuild it and run a 5.3. Then I came across the LQ4 that's already been cleaned up and everything. So I'm gonna take these 799 heads, put on the LQ4 6.0 with that intake and throttle body. I'm gonna go with a BTR Brian Tooley Racing Stage 2 cam and springs. What else? And I think I'm definitely gonna put long tube headers on. I'm trying to figure out which exact ones everybody is using for the G bodies. So I'm put the long tube headers on there. But I would definitely, I'm trying to order parts now. With this quarantine stuff going on, everything has been crazy. I've been laid off of work for a while. So, you know, all of my money is coming from all of my side jobs at the shop. You know, I got kids, I got a family. So, you know, I got to take care of the responsibilities first. And, you know, I'm still in the process of finishing the truck up and everything. But yeah, I'm going to start working on that motor. Show you guys, we painted the door jambs and the roof on the BMW. It's in the booth. So we got the Nardo gray. That's the Nardo gray. This is the real deal Nardo gray. Factory Audi color. This is what he's wanting to go with. I can't turn the lights on. Let me see if I can find the key real quick. I'm not trying to make a real crazy long video. Here's the key. We did the headliner in this car. This is a good buddy of ours car. And we were just playing around. None of us, we have a buddy that's an interior guy. But none of us are interior guys. My buddy, he had, let me plug this thing in. He had the 400 star kit in here before. And we hooked him up. He bought this 800 kit. And man, you can see all of them stars. He actually took, he had the 800 kit, and we actually took 150 strands out of his other kit that we took out of this car. So this is 950 of these daggone LED things, man. But it looks good. Like, I can't, you see it twinkling and stuff, but I can't even really, my phone isn't even really picking up how good it actually looks. And I mean, you can see how the effect it has on the car. You know, the booth is, I got the lights turned off in the booth, so you can see it lights up the car pretty good, but they change like a million different colors. And it has the little thing to dance with the music and all of that neat stuff. So I think it's pretty cool, man. I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, I ordered the kit for my truck. I ordered the 800 kit too, because I see some people that have, you know, just a little star here, star there, but I want it to look like this. And let me tell you, when I tell you this was a pain in the butt, this was a pain, man. Imagine poking almost 1,000 freaking holes in a headliner with a pick and trying to get all of these daggone wires through it. Or not wires, but, you know, LED things. Oh, Let me show you this real quick too. He ordered this too. This is a forward-facing camera. This is the camera right here. It's made by Van Top. Van Top is the maker of it, but if you see, you can see my hand in the front. This just slides onto your mirror, clamps onto your mirror. Has the camera here, and it has a cable, goes to the back. It has a reverse camera too, so when you put the car in reverse, pops up right here on the mirror. I think he said he paid like $250 for it on Amazon. I said, man, that's neat. It takes a SIM card for memory, so it can record, and it has all of this other stuff that comes with it, sensors and stuff that you hook up, and it records anytime it senses motion. So it's on right now or whatever. So say we wasn't in the car, somebody was to walk in front of the car, it would automatically come on. It senses the motion, and it would start recording on the screen. I mean, this thing is crazy. Like, it has a million different options. Time lapse, loop recording, driving mode, parking mode, sleep mode, streaming media, sound. I mean, this thing just does so much stuff. I mean, you can scroll up, factory reset. It just does all kind of stuff. But yeah, I wanted to show you. I thought that was real nice, man. And it doesn't run off your battery. You charge this up. See the little battery right there? You charge this thing up. Like it has a plug, you can plug it in and out of your cigarette lighter or whatever. So it charges itself, and then you can just unplug it or unplug it out of your cigarette lighter. And you know, this thing probably lasts 2-3 days, maybe a week, depending on how much it's sensing people walking in front of your car and stuff. So I thought that was neat. Something different. But yeah, YouTube, I just wanted to make a video. Sorry I took up so much of your guys' time, man. It's late at night. I wanted to show you guys the progress on the truck, show you everything I got going on. Oh, before I go, one more thing. I got the door panels. I went to the junkyard. I wasn't gonna do it. I got the factory Cadillac door panels for the 2012 SRX. It's a headache, man. My doors have the window cranks. They're not power. I actually have a buddy said I could come. He has some doors over there. I could take all of the guts out, change it to power windows, which I'm probably going to do. But now is the process of figuring out how to get this daggone door panel, which is a lot smaller. I'll put it up there for you real quick, just so you can get an idea. It sets up there fine, but you can see it's just sitting on there, not clipped on or nothing, but you can see exactly how much smaller it is. So I want this look to bring the whole interior together. So I watched a bunch of videos. If you guys just tuning in, you haven't heard me say before, there's a couple guys on YouTube, man. A guy goes by Stitched by Slick is his name on YouTube. That guy is crazy. Like, he's amazing. Interior dude. Deluxe Auto Restyling is another guy out of Kentucky. I mean, I watch these guys' videos faithfully. I'm subscribed to hundreds of people on YouTube. All I do is work and watch YouTube videos and try to learn stuff. So this is hardboard. I got this at Menards the other day. I think this is 1/4 inch. You can see it right there, 1/4 inch hardboard. I just made me a template out of cardboard, and I got the template. Then I cut this hardboard out. It's the exact same size and fit as the factory door panel. Of course, it's just sitting up here. I drilled a little hole in it for that knob. So, you know, it's not screwed down or nothing yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. But from all the videos I've seen, guys take something like this. Some guys use plastic, ABS plastic. They make this panel. They get this to where this can mount to the door with screws, plastic tabs, any of that stuff. They secure that to the door to where that can go to the door, pop on and off. Then they start cutting these factory panels apart. Luckily, this one here unscrews. All of these pieces, if you see on the back, you see all of these screws. All of these pieces separate from each other. So I'm gonna unscrew it all, start sticking it on here, moving them, you know, moving my pieces where I wanna go, and start figuring out the process of filling in all of the voids to make this panel, stretch it out and make it fit that piece of wood to go on this door. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted on that. That's gonna be a nice little process. Probably a lot more headache than actually doing the dash was. But I won't take no more of your guys' time. I appreciate you watching. All of the comments I get, I try to, you know, get back to you guys as fast as possible. You know, I love watching YouTube videos. I love when guys share their stories and, you know, their experience. That's how I learned a lot of this stuff, you know. Everybody learns different ways, man, but I learned from seeing people do the stuff. Hands-on is great, but you got to have an idea in your head. And it's great when somebody makes a video or you see somebody do it one time, and then, you know, you can take what they did, apply it to something you're doing, or maybe it gives you an idea for another way to do it. So, you know, I appreciate all the comments. I hope people are learning from these videos and, you know, just enjoying it. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.